You know, in terms of core Conjuring movies, now the Conjuring trilogy with The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. So The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It is actually, it's The Conjuring 3. There are a lot of movies in the Conjuring universe, a lot of spin-offs. And though The Conjuring, Devil Made Me Do It sounds like a Conjuring spin-off, and feels like one, it's actually The Conjuring 3. So once again in The Conjuring, there's this family that's being tormented by this demon and a witch that cursed the family, and now the Warrens have to stop it, or at the very least, go on a boring investigative romp while they play Magnum P.I. Alright, what I liked about this movie is some of the witch stuff was kind of cool. That's not good. When you have someone reviewing a movie like this and they're really scraping to find something they like, and they're like, oh, the witch thing was kind of neat, like that scene in the trailer where it's like, oh, it's my wife, I fooled you. Yeah, well, the movie's not that great then. It's simple as that. Actually, the movie starts out pretty sweet. It starts out on a pretty high note because that exorcism scene at the beginning was actually pretty entertaining. And it's just kind of all downhill from there. Man, I'm really bagging on this one. You know, the bummer is this movie is confused. Not confusing, but confused. It doesn't really know what it wants to be. I mean, you watch the trailer, you're like, oh, it's like a courtroom drama slash haunting movie slash possession movie. It's like The Conjuring's taking on The Exorcism of Emily Rose. All right, sweet, that could be interesting. The whole courtroom thing is such a small part of it. It's just the setup, and it's the setup to get the Warrens out there investigating. Don't look for it being like, oh, a compelling court case movie with haunting stuff. It's not. I only bring it up because the trailer definitely made it look like it was gonna be. This movie has identity crisis. Changing up the formula in the third movie, it's nothing new. By a third movie or a third season, you usually see some sort of formula shakeup. That said, that shakeup doesn't work in this movie because, all right, you look at The Conjuring 1 and 2, you have a house, you have a family, you have a demon, you have a haunting. It's a close quarters setting where every dingy, dark hallway sends your fight or flight reflexes on high alert. Every open door leading to a dimly lit room tells every fiber in your body, stay the fuck away. A haunted house movie is a good way of having the scares not stop when the end credits roll. The audience takes it home with them because they go to, that's right, a house. The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It has the Warrens going out there investigating this thing, going to this location, following the breadcrumbs, following the trail to hopefully find this person who's cursed his family. Which could work. I have seen myself many a supernatural investigative movie, Fallen being among the most underrated of them. But this movie, it just didn't work. I just found it boring. There was nothing scary that was going on. It's like the movie gave you effects. I've seen in the trailer. It's like, oh, this effect happened. How cool is that? But it's not scary. It's an effect that happened. To remind you that there's still something going on with this family. Yeah, you'll have a face of a demon or a ghost in a waterbed, making the demon or ghost the second most unsettling thing in the room, second only to the waterbed. And even the demon, when possessing someone, isn't scary. It's just like, all the demon does is just bend and twist and scream, which sounds like what demons do, but that's like the defining characteristic of this demon. Belial, Lord of Lies, and that one, Lord of Contortion. You really drew the short stick on that one, didn't you, dipshit? I mean, in a lot of haunted house and or possession movies, there's usually an investigative element in there. There's usually a truth to uncover, a root cause to get to the bottom of. But it usually serves to enhance the experience. The movie's still there to scare the shit out of you. Any scare moments that are in this movie feel like they're there for support for the main point, which is the investigation. Problem is, the investigation's just not that interesting. In the end, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It feels like the type of Conjuring spin-off the title makes it sound like it actually is. I wasn't invested. I wasn't interested. There weren't a lot of scares. There were a couple of interesting and, if not cool, things. But in the end, this movie's gonna fall into the bin of the forgotten. I'm just not gonna remember The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It in T-minus 1 day. Yep, already forgot. All right, so The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? You're not gonna see it. What, you're waiting, you have your $15 for your ticket, your movie ticket. You're like, I'm going back to the movie theater. They're opening up. This is the movie I'm gonna watch. That's not the case. Let's not lie to ourselves. But on the off chance you have, what did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to say more.